Ronesha, Ronesha, last name Murrell, Murrell, and I'm her sister.
Lavita, LabitaMcClain, last name McClain, mother.
Okay, and today the reason why we're here is to just inform and brief you guys on my sister, Ta'Neasha Chappell, and to get y'all aware of the November 16th rally. Okay, so the rally will be November 16th at 10 o'clock from 10 to 1 in Brownstown, Indiana, in front of the courthouse. There will be a bus, and if you would like to sign up to get on the bus, I would like for you guys to contact Justice for Louisville and let them know. Also, the pickup will be in front of Kroger's on 28th and Broadway. I also would like to inform y'all on the update as far as you guys know we've been waiting on the toxicology report. Well, with sitting down with speaking with Captain Scott and Detective Jason Duncan, their test came back that they didn't find anything in my sister's system at all besides marijuana, and they said a very little trace of marijuana. That is all that we are getting so far. We was informed that they want to do a sit down now with the ER doctor, their pathologist, and their medical examiner. And we're not allowed to attend, and now it's just a waiting game, and they said that they may just be placing it on the medical examiner and the ER doctor as possible to determine her death. Is there anything you want to say?
No, basically, I just want, us to get up and fight for her because it's not a game anymore. Police have been getting away with it too long, and it's time for us as a community to stand up and put a stop to it.
Is there any questions you guys want to ask us?
What is your hope for the rally?
The hope for the rally is that the community come together and stand behind us and get my sister's name out there and demand the real answers to what happened to my sister, Ta'Neasha Chappell.
So your sister, she was incarcerated for...
I'm sorry, can you speak up?
Your sister was incarcerated for...
She was incarcerated for a theft.
For a theft. And she was just there for... Explain, like, how she got there and how long before she was found.
She got there May 26th. Her death was July 16th. And I'm sorry, can you say what else?
Why was she in for so long for a theft?
We don't know. We don't know why she was in so long. We don't know why her bond was so high. We don't even know why she was in Jackson County's jail when she was stopped in Clarksville, Indiana.
So they haven't answered any of these questions?
No.
What time can people start boarding the bus on Tuesday?
People can start boarding the bus at 8:30. Wheels will take off at 8:45 in the morning.
Do you feel at this point that you're getting cooperation as you look for answers? Are you getting feedback, or authorities, are they cooperative with your questions and research?
No.
What sort of interactions have you had lately?
We finally just got to sit down with Jason Duncan, and he didn't have a lot of answers either. A lot of missing pieces and a lot of unknown timestamps not matching.
There was a lot of I don't know. Let me go back and take a look at my notes. I'll get back with y'all. But his get back with us is much later.
Has there been any opportunity for the family to see the video that apparently exists and had not yet been made available to you?
No, they won't release it. They won't let us see it.
And did they give you a reason why?
They said our attorney will get it sooner. Our attorney will get it.
We know that she was, I think it was time stamped at, I want to say 2:30. She was down on the ground. They were supposed to have someone set up, a jailer set up by Wendy Boshier to set up to transport Ta'Neasha Chappell to Chinook. And then it was a 45-minute wait time before EMTs even arrived.
Even was called. Before they even called.
And during that time, they say she went into cardiac arrest?
No, they did not say she was in cardiac arrest. She was still not been able. She was stable, but not very coherent. She was delusional. She was out of it.
Given that it was a medical situation, has anything been said by the jail nurse on staff?
No, everyone still has their job. No one has been placed on leave pending investigation.
So you got the toxicology report. What's your next step after the rally?
The next step after the rally is just seeing what they put together and just letting them know, like, we're not backing down. We're not taking an unknown death because they said that's what it possibly can be labeled as an unknown death. We're not taking an unknown death as the answer to why a human body was in your guys' jail and you guys' care, and y'all don't have any answers, but your guys supposed to have video footage, body cameras, and all these things. There's still no answers.
Did she have any health issues, anything like that?
No, none that we was aware of. She had sickle cell trait, not sickle cells, but sickle cell trait. That was all.
What is this? How does this leave you feel about the justice system and the correction system? They were supposed to take care of her while she was in there, at least keep her alive, and they seem to fail to do that.
I'm
They fail
mad.
us.
I'm mad. I'm mad. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm mad. I'm upset and I'm mad.
And they fail us every time. When it's one of ours, they fail us every time.
I'm wondering if you've reached out to any of the higher ups in the state system that oversees jails in light of the fact that a man was recently strapped to a board in southern Indiana, strapped to a chair.
Well, we've
tased.
contacted the FBI, no response. We've
Tagged them.
contacted the governor, no response. We've contacted the president, no response. We've been online contacting whoever we think we can, just higher up, and no response. We're getting no response.
And I feel like if the rally in front of the courthouse doesn't make noise, we'll be at the FBI's grounds. Someone is going to hear us. FBI should want to step in. Honestly, this is the second death, but third. One has not been pushed out there, but this is the second death. A death right behind my sister. You would think that they would want to get involved.
Have you contacted the Justice Department?
I'm sorry?
Have you contacted the Justice Department?
No. Not no.
Have you been in contact with the family of the young man who died shortly after your sister and daughter in the jail at Jackson County?
No, we did not contact them, but it has been chatter amongst our representatives.
As you've been doing your investigation and you've been working with your legal team, what sort of information are you finding out? What sort of sense are you getting about, what takes place at the county jail there?
They don't care. They don't care. That's all I can tell you. They don't care. They don't give us no answers. It's like they really don't care.
People are allowed to fight. It's a lot of racism going on. A lot of things hidden and swept under the rug. That's what we know so far.
Ta'Neasha was incarcerated there. Was there anyone else incarcerated there that was black?
We
Not
just
that I'm
know
aware
of
of.
one. I know of one other female, but they wasn't in the same dorm. They were at first, and they moved Ta'Neasha to another dorm.
Until Freedom is coming in from their New York base to support this rally, what do you hope to achieve by having their national presence at this rally? What do you feel Until Freedom will be able to do to support you?
I just hope that they continue to stand behind us and, get my sister's name out there as well with us, and see how serious her case is.
How is your family dealing with this? I mean, this
Loss of sleep schedule off, no concentration is off, and it's like this ain't true. It's like it's a dream. It's like it's a dream. It's like I'm gonna wake up from the dream.
What can we do to support you at this point?
We just want everybody to really get her story out, and we're basically trying to put the pressure to the jails because we're just so sick of unknown deaths. They're finding them in the dorm unresponsive. We're sick of hearing that.
And then ask Rick Myers, how did he know it was going to be toxic chemicals in my sister's body?
That's right.
Ask him.
That's right.
But now they're saying they can't find nothing. So let's put the pressure on Rick Myers. It's his jail. He opened his mouth first. So ask Rick Myers. And now why they're trying to recant now? To cover up.
So elaborate on that a little bit. Originally,
when she passed away, we went out there the next day, was it?
It was either the 18th or the 19th we went out there.
We went out there,
On that Monday.
and as soon as we walked in, we was just picking up her property. We wasn't asking no questions, just picking up our. Rick Myers invited us into his office. When he invited us into his office, he looked at us and said, I kind of think I know what happened to her. She got a hold to some chemicals. She drank some chemicals.
No,
And
she
this
didn't
is-
say she drank. He said that it may have been ingested. He don't know if she physically did it or if someone else. That's his exact words.
And this is the warden?
Rick Myers, who runs the jail.
Right.
Was he trying to say that she had some enemies in the jail or something, or someone?
He did say that. He did state that. He said that she was not getting along with a few of the inmates in the jail.
What did he say about the racists?
He said he openly said that they deal with racism, a lot of racism in the jail.
What did he say about if one of his guys, if he did it, he'll kill him. He'll make sure they locked up.
He said if one of his guys, he finds out one of his guys was behind it, he'll make sure that they get some time because he's not gonna tolerate it.
He just openly told you that?
Yes, he did.
Yes,
You
open,
didn't ask it. He
No,
just-
right.
just openly told us. We were just picking up property.
So say that again. So the warden told your family in a just general conversation. Repeat what he said.
Scoot over just a tiny bit
I'm
so
sorry,
we can
say that
hear you
again for
more.
me. Just repeat
what
what
the warden said.
the warden stated that they deal with racism and that he had known that she may have ingested some type of chemical toxic.
That she was in a.
He don't know if she
was-
physically did it on her own or if someone else did it. He did not want to answer that.
And if she
What did
was
he say about his staff?
And if anyone in his jail that was behind it, he will make sure whatever
get
he
locked
had.
up.
They get
I don't know.
prosecuted.
Yeah, they're prosecuted.
So has there been an investigation open into any of his staff?
No.
No.
No one's on suspension. No one's fired. No one's.
Administrative leave, no pay leave, or nothing.
All we was told was Jason Duncan watched the video and all he could relate to us is that he seen them take my sister take some batteries out of a remote and throw it under a door when they had got into an altercation, words back and forth with other inmates about a TV.
So just once again, recap for us the details of the rally next Tuesday for anybody who's interested in participating.
So if you guys want to stand with us, it will be November 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be boarding and meeting at the Kroger's on 28th and Broadway. Boarding time is 8:30. Takeoff time is 8:15. I mean 8:45. Sorry.
How they get in touch with you.
And you can get in touch to get a spot on the bus and secure it through Justice for Louisville. And you can find them on Facebook.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank
What were
you
some
both.
of the there were some
Hold
events
on.
leading up to the death. She called you once or twice. If you just want to, we've heard about this before. If you just want to kind of go over the details about. You received a couple phone calls and she talked about conditions.
Well, I received a phone call. She got locked up on May the 26th. I received a phone call May the 27th from her. And she sounded like a little distraught, like she done been through a lot. And when I answered the phone, she was like, guess what, Mom? I said, what? Mom, I said, what? She said, guess what the officer said to me? I said, what? She said, he told me, you know, the easiest way to get away with murder. And she was like, what are you talking about? She said, I said, what are you talking about? He said, just be an officer. I said, well, get his badge. Give me his badge number. Give me his name off his badge. She said, I can't see it. I said, well, go over his head. And then she switched the conversation like someone was standing there or something. But it is, when we get the phone calls, it will be on the phone calls, because she said it.
And we did it.
Another question. How long did it take for Ta'Neasha to receive medical attention when, soon after she started pushing the medical button, asking for it?
15 hours.
15
hours.
15 hours.
So it's safe to say there was neglect there.
Yes. They moved her. They put her back in her original cell, took her out, moved her from one cell to another cell, so on a total of 3 cells she sat in before she even seeked any medical attention.
Not even water. She
And the
didn't
only
even
thing he
get
gave her
water.
was a Tylenol. That's what they said.
Tylenol with no
In
water.
a package. But she couldn't zipping up her pants or her jumpsuit. She was like, her mouth was dry. her throat was-
Realize that nobody can hear you. So if you want to tell
they
them
heard
something,
me.
you need to go. I know, but the TV cameras can't hear you. So you want to go up there and talk?
Here, I'll hold
You
your
can.
camera.
We
No.
can hold your phone if you
I'm
want us
good.
to. Okay. Maybe you can tell us what this gentleman is trying to tell us.
Well, she when she was sick, she didn't receive nothing but Tylenol, and they set it on the sink. They didn't even give it to her, knowing that she could not walk, she could not stand, and no water to even take it if she could have even crawled to it.
I just want y'all all to I just want the community, whoever's watching, whoever's listening, like, get involved. It could easily be one of yours. Like,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure everybody may have encountered jail maybe once, even if you wasn't there 24, 48 hours, but this could easily happen to you or your loved one, and it's not okay. It's not fair. It's not okay for them to have our bodies in their cell and they not answer and be held accountable for what happens to us, and they care. So I would love for everyone to come out November 16th and just stand with us. Say her name. Like, just get involved. That's it.
One more thing to ask. One thing that when I was told that 15 hours is what it took to get medical attention, that being neglect, and another synonym of that being deliberate indifference. And it's the 8th Amendment, what inmates are due, what inmates are owed, and it sounds like it was deliberately, the jail nurse anyway specifically, was deliberately indifferent.
Yes, it was. He did not, his job was to save my sister, to give her medical help, and he did not do that. That was his job. He stood under oath to do that, to take that job, and he did not do it.
They didn't even put her in a medical cell.
They put her in.
They put her in a
Single private
single
cell.
private cell.
And the detective said, they're monitoring, they was monitoring her around like every 15 minutes, but it did not show on camera that they were physically going to check on her, that they may have just been watching her from a monitor on a screen that he said has poor vision, that he couldn't even identify at one point on the camera what my sister was eating in her hand. So this is what they was relying on, meaning that they were checking on my sister when she was throwing up vomiting and had diarrhea on her. That they may have just only been looking from a camera, just watching her from a camera while she's in a single cell.
May have.
He's not for sure. He said he did not see them physically on the camera going to check on my sister in those 15 minutes that they were documenting.
Any other questions? Thank you guys for coming out today
Thank
and
you
sharing
guys
your
so
story,
much.
and we're definitely going to be sharing it on all of our platforms and get the word out.
Thank you. I
Thank
hope
you.
you all see us November 16th. I hope you all come out and participate November 16th, again, 8:30 a.m. It's pull-off time in front of Kroger with a bus that is provided. If you would like to be on the bus, please contact Justice for Louisville. Our takeoff time is 8:45 a.m.
Thank you so
And I
much.
just want to say, please, everybody, let's stand up together.
Appreciate it.
Thank you both.
Good job, y'all.
Very good job.
Ta'Neasha Chappell!
Ta'Neasha Chappell!